Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
It's only a matter of time for Canelo Alvarez. Yes, he did sign on the dotted line to face Gennady Golovkin September 16th, Las Vegas, Nevada, on HBO pay-per-view. But let's dive deeper into the aftermath of that fight. As you know, WBC, IBF, IBO, WBO title is on the line. And as you all know, and if you don't, Canelo Alvarez has a major beef with the WBC and doesn't want to fight for the title, but will do so anyway. And if he does beat Gennady Golovkin, he's more likely to vacate that title. And let's look at how Canelo has set up things. In the negotiations with Team Golovkin, there is no rematch clause for Golovkin. Only a rematch clause for Canelo Alvarez if he loses. So that tells me one thing. He doesn't want to have to deal with Gennady Golovkin more than once. Golovkin is a tough fighter, very skilled, top 5 pound for pound guy, powerful. We know what he brings to the table. And this fight with Alvarez has been in the making for 2 years. Excuses being made by Alvarez and De La Hoya to why the fight didn't happen when you could argue it should have happened, whether it was Canelo getting adjusted to middleweight or he wasn't ready to be a middleweight or whatever. Then he proceeded to fight at 155, better known as the Canelo weight. So now that the fight is signed, sealed, and delivered for September 16th, Canelo was smart. Oscar De La Hoya was smart because Canelo could very well lose that fight but still win it because he's probably the biggest cash cow in boxing right now. Although with the pending return of Floyd Mayweather, that will bump him down a spot to number 2. But you get what I'm saying. So all he has to realistically do in the fight with Golovkin is make it close. Is to make it, give that illusion that it's a close, tough fight to score, tough fight to call, and he could very well walk away with a decision that he didn't, quite honestly, earn. Now let's look at potential opponents in the aftermath of his mega fight with Gennady Golovkin, assuming he wins. The WBC mandated Jorge Sebastian Halen and Jermall Charlo, who's moving up from 154. He was the IBF junior middleweight champion. He's moving up, and he's already number 2 behind Halen, and they're scheduled to face each other later on this summer for the number 1 mandatory spot in the WBC. So it gets you excited thinking about the possibility of Charlo versus Golovkin, Charlo versus Alvarez. But like I just said, Alvarez doesn't fuck with the WBC. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to, if he wins, vacate that belt, which could set things all the way crazy again. Because if Jermall Charlo wins like most of us expects him to when he faces Jorge Sebastian Halen, he made it clear that he could beat Jacobs, Golovkin, and Alvarez. So things get more interesting now because Canelo is now kind of seeming to find his way out of, okay, I'll fight Golovkin, but on my terms, and it's going to be once. Win, lose, or draw. Now, he has to know about the rankings. He has to know about the fighters that's on his ass. Same with Golovkin. And even though the beef with WBC may be legitimate, it's still no reason why he shouldn't want to hold that title and defend it against the best competition, which would be Jermall Charlo if he gets by Jorge Sebastian Halen. We know that Jermall Charlo is tall. He's taller than Canelo. He's just as big as puncher, if not a bigger puncher, more athletic. He's a very good fighter, but that will be a good fight. So say Canelo vacates the WBC title after he wins it from Gennady Golovkin. Now, you're looking at, okay, go down the rankings. 1, Halen. He lost to Charlo. So Charlo's the number 1 guy. Number 3 is Ryan Murrieta, who will not be in this picture because he is getting a rematch against Hassan and from their controversial fight a few weeks ago in the WBA. So you look at the number 4 guy as the rankings stand today. That is Daniel Jacobs, the same guy who went 12 hard rounds and, in my opinion, beat Gennady Golovkin in a very good fight in March. So that leaves you with a potential matchup with Jamal Charlo and Daniel Jacobs, which will leave fans salivating over this fight because 2 big punchers, 2 guys who can box and who are very athletic, and they're with the same manager, Al Hammond. I'm making this video to say there's only so much running Canelo Alvarez can do. And I don't want to hear about, yeah, he has fought or he has signed to fight Gennady Golovkin, but the fight hasn't happened yet. Anything can happen. Injuries to either fighter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just because it's signed, sealed, and delivered doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I'm going to say it goes off without any injuries, any crazy things that prevents this fight from happening September 16th. Now, you face Golovkin. Okay, he's the best right now in the middleweight division. But then you got these hungry guys who could give you and Golovkin runs for their money, and one already did, Daniel Jacobs and Jamal Charlo. And then you got to throw in David Lemieux. I know Canelo will take that fight in a quick second, and I would favor him to win, but David Lemieux has that power that we seen him display against Curtis Stevens when he just decimated him with a left hook. So Canelo Alvarez is going to have to fight somebody. Not just Golovkin and call it a day. You're going to have Jamal Charlo problems, Daniel Jacobs problems, David Lemieux problems, Murata problems if he comes to the table. Billy Ho Saunders, even though he talks more than he fights, he's a good fighter and poses some threat. And you got a whole bunch of junior middleweights that you avoided when you was at 154, who's going to eventually come to 160. Jermell, the twin brother of Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, hell, Erislandy Lara, who was in a close fight with you, will come up to 160 for you. You know what I'm saying? So the time for easy pickings is over, and it starts with Gennady Golovkin, but it doesn't get any easier. And yeah, you may have a rematch with Cotto, but like I said, it's only a matter of time before you have to fight these big dogs, and they will be waiting on you, and I hope you are ready. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to Colossal Boxing Talk, drop those comments in the comment section below, letting me know your thoughts on this video. Head over to Twitter, follow us there at Colossal CBT. Then head over to Facebook, smack that like button on the Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.